It's happening, we're getting Kilkaraltu or Slatathon, I guess. I'm glad we're getting this event sooner rather than later. I really love these cards even if Apple never came home, and it took me 40 pulls to get Sebek. I will never not be mad about that. So, let's talk about the Apple Palm cards, starting with RR unit, Jade. He's an attack Flora Water unit. His max HP is 5,919 and his max attack is 3,638. So below average HP and above average attack. Right now the average R HP is 6,891 and max attack is 3,520. He's available by participating in Harvest and Slatathon. You'll need to clear the event story to make him permanent. He has Leaf Shot as a spell 1 and Water Shot 2 as a second spell. Both do weak elemental damage and none of them upgrade. So this Jade is a healer. At spell level 5 for Leaf Shot he has a minor HP restoration, and over on Water Shot 2 at level 5 he has a tiny damage boost to caster for 1 turn. His only buddy is Sebek, who gives him a moderate HP boost, which honestly, since his HP is on the lower side, this is pretty nice. So, as an event participation card, Jade needs some special items to be built. You'll need apple pies to raise his spell levels. Same. I love apple pie. Jade will need 1 apple palm outfit to be groovied. He will also need a total of 573 apple pies in order to raise both of his magic levels. I have Thaumarts listed, but I don't know if these are accurate. Kilkaraltu happened before I started documenting the events because I never thought I would end up doing this, because I never thought the game would get localized. So this amount is what I needed for the Soom cards. I don't know if it will apply to the Apple Palm cards as well, but I'm putting it here just in case. In order to fully max out Leaf Shot, you will need 237 apple pies. And theoretically 39,700 Thaumarts, I don't know. To max out Water Shot 2, you will need 336 apple pies. Thankfully, as the rare card, he doesn't need you to earn any apple pies to keep him, you'll just earn him from clearing the event story like I mentioned earlier. His card level and vignette level can be raised like any other card. Our other limited use card is Idia. He's an attack Void Water unit. His max HP is 5,888 and his max attack is 5,136. His HP is below average for SRs and his attack is above average. Idia's spell 1 is Void Shot and his spell 2 is Water Shot 2. Attached to Void Shot is a power boost to caster. At level 1, it's a minor boost for 1 turn, and at level 5 it's moderate. And for Water Shot 2, he has damage cut to foes, it's tiny and for 1 turn at level 5, and then minor at level 10. Idia's buddies are Jack and Apple, who give him a moderate HP boost and minor power boost respectively. As the SR unit, you will need to clear the event story and earn 500 apple pies to make him permanent. And like before, these are Thaumark events from the Soom event. I honestly have no idea these are accurate. Like event cards of the past, his card and vignette levels can be built normally, but spell levels will need apple pies. If you want to fully max out both, that will set you back 990 apple pies. And also, I just want to point out that this amount of apple pies doesn't need to be added to the amount that makes him permanent, like on top of it. You can use that 500 towards his spells and it won't mess up the permanentification process. What the hell did I write? Spell 1 needs 400 apple pies and spell 2 needs 582. And for groovying, he will need 3 apple palm outfits. I still don't know what the plural of that item is. Now, if you want to build both Sebek and Idia, that will cost 1,563 apple pies, 4 apple palm outfits, and a boatload of Thaumarts. I don't even want to try calculating that. I personally always advise going for free units since they're free. Jade is especially helpful because of that healing spell, but let's move on to our gacha units. Sebek is a defense Flora fire unit who just can't handle it that I am married to his Wakasama, so he decides to make my life difficult by taking 40 fucking pulls to come home. In addition to having the audacity, he has a max HP of 9,997 and a max attack of 3,760. He's definitely more suited to HP padding than firepower, pun intended. He's available via a limited time banner. I hope you get him easier than I did. Sebek has Leaf Shot as a spell 1, and at level 5 it upgrades to Forest Drake. His spell 2 is Fire Shot 2. Sebek technically has 2 skills, but they're the same skill, so I guess it's really 1. I never know how to count these sorts of things, to be honest. He has damage resistance to caster for both spells, but they're a little different. For spell 1, at level 1 it's already moderate and it just stays that way. It doesn't upgrade, it doesn't last longer. It's always moderate for 1 turn. And it's kind of the same for Fire Shot 2, although it's a minor resistance for 1 turn at level 5 and it stays that way. Sebek's buddies are Deuce and Jade. Deuce gives him a moderate power boost and Jade gives him a minor HP boost. Apple never came home to me, but he's an SSR, so he's allowed to do that. He's an attack Aqua Void Fire unit. His max HP is 9,868 and his max attack is 7,054. As I'm sure you're all guessing, his HP is below average and his attack is above. At least for SSR specifically. The HP average for all cards is 9,043, so he's at least above average in that regard. He's our gacha SSR, so make sure to try and get him because who knows when we're getting a Sletathon revival. His spell 1 is Aqua Wave, doing strong water damage. His spell 2 is Void Shot 2. For spell level 10 though, it upgrades to Cosmic Ray 2. His spell 3 is Fire Shot 2, but right now that's not a thing in EN, so for the time being he's just Water Void. He has 2 skills, Power Boost to Caster and Power Drain on foes. For that first one, it's attached to Aqua Wave. At spell level 1, it's a minor boost for 1 turn, at level 5 it lasts 3 turns, and at level 10 it's moderate for 3 turns. For his spell 3, at spell level 1, it's a minor drain for 1 turn, at level 5 it's 3 turns, and at level 10 it's moderate for 3 turns, so they scale identically. Idia's duo magic partner is Idia, who also gives him a moderate HP boost. His other buddies are Leona with a minor HP boost, and Colleen with a minor power boost. So I'm gonna open this by saying all the alternatives I found are past event cards, and while yeah, we might get revivals at some point, yeah, you might not have these units just lying around. That being said, my suggestions are Halloween Costume Rook, Stargazer Deuce, Apprentice Chef Jade, and Halloween Costume Deuce. Rook has the same skills as Epple, granted they scale differently, but if you need the same basic skills and aren't too picky with how they change, Rook's got you. He also has Idia as a buddy who gives him an HP boost, although his is a minor boost and not moderate. Their final similarity is that they have Aqua Wave. Now, Rook's spell 3 is Void Shot 2, so they both have that. However, JP only as of the making of this video. You guys have heard that like 40 times already. Don't take a shot every time I say that, that's not going to be good for you. Stats-wise, Rook's HP is far higher than Epple's, but his attack is lower. Zeus shares his spells 1 and 3 with Epple. He also has a power boost to Caster, but it's with his spell 3. Deuce will be a great alternative if you need someone to duo magic with Idia, and Idia also gives him an HP boost and a power 1 as well. But on the other hand, Deuce's other buddies, Spell 2 and his Spell 1 skill are different. Like Rook, his HP is way higher than Epple's, and his attack is lower. Jade's stats are lower than Epple's, surprise surprise. Spells and skills-wise, Jade's actually the closest to a dupe we can get. He has Aqua Wave and Void Shot 2, and he even has a Power Boost to Caster attached to Aqua Wave. It doesn't change at level 10 like Epple's does, but besides missing that, it scales the exact same as Epple's. His buddies, however, are not shared with Epple. But if you're mostly interested in spells and skills, Jade is going to be the dupe for you. Not gonna lie, I was really surprised at how similar they were, cause I haven't been doing this for a long time, but I've already seen how hard it is to find a dupe, so the fact that Jade got that close was just kind of, not gonna lie, I thought I was totally misreading my spreadsheet. And finally, we have Halloween Costume Deuce. He's also a very solid alternative like Jade. He has Water Shot and Void Shot 2, so same element and then same spell. He has a Power Drain on foes with that spell 1, although it scales differently from Epple's. His buddy is not shared with Epple. This Deuce is an option if you're needing those elements and don't care about the skills. Like, once we get spell 3, he'll be a bit closer to Epple, but as of right now, it's kinda eh. Epple's skills are basic enough where you don't need to be overly cautious with where you put him. However, Void spells can be a little tricky because they have no advantages. I don't know, it's a double-edged sword. It's great because it's not a disadvantage, but on the other hand, that means you really have to build that spell up because it's not going to have any advantages either. It makes it nice for Epple to be placed in any team that needs water because you don't have to weigh both spells, but you might want to spring for another unit that would have an advantage. If you prefer using Void units in these situations and it's something you enjoy, I would recommend Epple. I don't think he's the worst unit out there, but as someone who personally hesitates with Void units, I have to admit I would be getting him because he's my little boy and not for meta. But I am already playing that way, so yeah, so like that's not really saying a whole lot. Once again, thank you everyone for watching my videos. If you would like to support me beyond liking and subscribing and all of that, I have a Patreon and I also have channel memberships. If you like live streaming, I live stream over on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. But yeah, thank you guys for watching my videos and I hope they help you. And yeah, bye! Shameless plug over.